Hey everybody, it's your girl Angie. Welcome back to Kiss My Cheeks TV. It is time to get into the latest episode of Kitchen Table Talk Daily. That is where I scroll through the social media streets and just throw out my 2 cents on what I think are the hot topics of the day. Now, these are some hot topics I gathered over the weekend. I know it's Tuesday, but it was a long weekend. Did I go live yesterday? I don't think so. I wasn't really feeling well today, and I'm not back at 100%. I mean, yesterday I wasn't feeling the best. I'm not at 100% today, but let's get it done. I have a meeting today, so I have to be done with this on time. I have 20 minutes. And then after that, I have a meeting for like 30 minutes, and then I will be back for the Traders Fantasy update. I can't wait to update everybody about the Traders Fantasy. Some surprises out there, but we'll get to that at 6:30. Up first, let's get to the hot topics of the day. Let's see what has been going on this past week. Where we gonna start? Right here, right there, and let's go. Up first, Portia Gobadia. I believe that is how you correctly say her new last name. Her husband, Simon Gobadia's citizenship application has been denied. Now, I don't want to get into the legalities of it all. I listened to a few podcasts about the situation to get an understanding. And from what I can understand, oh, please, phone, please don't mess up the video. Go on, do not disturb. Okay, there we go. From what I can understand, Simon applied for citizenship in the 90s. When I think of the 90s being over 30 years ago, it's like, wow, it's like really like, damn. Because, the 90s was my teenage years. But anyway, when you first look at this article on social media, you be like, oh, damn, Simon married Portia for the little green card or whatever. But no, it seems like there's a lot of fraud behind this, allegedly, because I ain't no lawyer, and a lot of scamming going on. He did have federal fraud charges for bank fraud, credit card charges back in the day. These aren't current charges. People are allowed to turn their lives around. I don't know what Simon does for his business currently, but we know he's very successful. What Simon has done is he doesn't want, and I don't, oh, Lord, Angie, how can I dive into this without sounding like an idiot? It's not that he wants a green card or a visa to where he can be allowed to be in the United States. Simon wants to be an American citizen, which I can understand. I have many friends who went through the process of going from having their visa, a work visa, a student visa, to getting to become an American citizen. It is a hard process. It is not an easy process. I don't want to say that. I'm going to say allegedly, because I only know Black people that have been through the process, or people from other countries that are Black. It's not an easy process for Black people. I don't know what any other kind of nationality, how hard the process is for them. I know the process is not easy. They get denied many of times. That's why many people just go ahead and get married and then get on through with the marriage license, whatever. After them 2 years, you got to stay married 2 years. There's a lot of this behind this, but the main thing people want to know is Portia bringing this to season 16 of Real Housewives of Atlanta. And I can let you know right now, Portia, don't do it. Don't open up this can of worms. I wouldn't even have let this story make it to social media. Like, this would have been some stuff, because when you read the article and you listen to it, this is 30 years worth of story. So this isn't something that just came up today. So Portia, don't do it. This is a can of worms. You don't want everybody who's shady to get into it with your man. So good luck, Simon. I don't think they're trying to deport the man, so I think he could be here. He just can't be a natural citizen. He can't be an American citizen, which means he can't vote, and he doesn't have all the rights of an American citizen. He's just here visiting or whatever. But anyway, let's move on, because I ain't an expert on this topic. Up next, there was a People magazine article, and let me say this before I get into that. Shout out to Usher's team. Like whoever is doing his promotions, like great job. Like Usher, this is how you capitalize on the momentum that you start. Like Usher's momentum really started a year, maybe 2 years ago with that Vegas residency show. And through TikTok and social media, people saw, because let me tell you, I'm always sidebarring. When I went to go see Usher in Vegas, this is before the Keke Palmer moment. I went before that. I got my Usher, the tickets was already high, but I had front row balcony. I was in the front row of the balcony for $400 a piece. And I paid $800 for me and my sister to go. Now, mind you, after the Keke Palmer situation, because I think some other people wanted to go, and I'm like, I'll pay another $400 to see Usher. We can have a good time. Those tickets damn near tripled or quadrupled after the Keke Palmer situation. And after that Keke Palmer situation, Usher might have extended that Vegas residency twice. From that situation, he got the Super Bowl. Then he used the Super Bowl to promote his upcoming tour. The upcoming tour, he put out an album Friday before the Super Bowl. And the album is fire. If you haven't listened, I believe it's called Coming Home, Usher's new album. Fire. Listen to that. And then on top of that, the week of the Super Bowl, he gets the cover of People magazine in an article. It's just like great promotion. We don't see this kind of old school rollouts anymore. Like today, you really just see people say, I'm dropping an album, and you got to go remember to go look it up or not. People are barely dropping videos. If you're not as big as an Usher, if you don't have no promotion, nobody knows that it's out. Nobody's, at least me, my 40-year-old brain don't know, because I'm stuck in my 90s R&B and hip hop. But anyway, I said all that to congratulate Usher on the rollout of this new project that he's doing. I think it's amazing. And I think we need to go back to the old school marketing and promotion of artists, because we just don't see it anymore. But anyway, in this magazine, Usher revealed that he was heartbroken after Chili declined his marriage proposal. He said, I went through a great deal of pain after that, and I was not trusting women. If you were not around through the Confessions era of Usher R&B, then then you might not be confused by this statement. Because as much as I love you, Usher, I'm confused by two things. I'm sure you were asked this question in the interview, but you just got married to your third wife. Not saying that to be shady, but just saying, congratulations, you just got married. Why are you asking me about a relationship that happened back in the 90s, early 2000s? It was probably the early 2000s. Like over 20 years ago, I was with Chili. Why are we talking about that? Why aren't we talking about my new wife, fiance at the time, Jennifer? Whatever. I'm sure he played along with the interviews. Celebrities know how to maneuver that. They're not everyday people. Okay. I was a little bit confused on you not trusting the women because she denied you, because I believe in Confessions. I know Usher went back and said the baby part, him having a baby on the way, was a false statement. But you admitted to cheating on this lady. You wrote a whole album pleading your heart about cheating on this lady, and she said, get somebody else to do it. You didn't have a couple of other people do it. I don't want to be the one. And I'm not mad at Chili for that, but this is what I don't get about men. I don't understand how y'all play all day in our face, but when we take a stand for ourselves and say, I've had enough, you played it with my heart for too long, I'm moving on, but now your feelings hurt. Now you don't trust women because I don't want you to play with my feelings no more. I was just highly confused about that. Do better, Usher. I still love you. I'm still going to the show in October. Don't worry. I was just a little bit like, she broke your heart. Okay. I ain't hear no confessions about that. But anyway, moving on. Moving right along. Beyonce. I got to keep up with time. It's rumored that someone is saying Beyonce ready to go back on tour. Beyonce only got one thing to say to you. It better be in 2025. Look, my 2024 coins are accounted for. I'm going to go see Usher. It's my 10-year anniversary this year. So me and my husband are going to do a big trip for that. Like, Beyonce, I love you. And I will give you some more of my coins. Easy. I'm already gonna put a little bit to the side for when the tour dates come out. Because I'm still on the fence over this country. I mean, I'll go to the Act Two tour, Beyonce, if you sprinkle a couple of them country songs in, but I really want to see the old stuff. But either way, Beyonce, country or not, make it 2025. Go ahead and rest up your knee a little bit. You know, chill out with Blue and Rumi and Sir, all of that good stuff. And I'll be ready to give you some money next year. But if you go on tour this year, girl, Angie can't go. I can't give you no more coins this year. Up next, Coach D is back, y'all. And I'm telling you, I love dancing dolls. I know they are not going to be the same girls that the ladies from back in the day are grown now. They grown, they off in college or in their careers. But Coach D is back. She's bringing the dancing dolls back to television. I can tell you right now the name of the app because I've already downloaded it. Now I have not paid. I have not paid for the app because I don't know, but it's called Brandon TV. I don't know who Brandon is, but Brandon, I downloaded the app because he also has a show called Madhouse that's starring Abby Lee Miller and some dancers. These look like grown dancers. So I'm wondering if they're going to take Abby's mouth or they're going to give her a little bit back. I've downloaded the app. Those two shows alone, I'm going to be watching. I'm going to be reviewing Dancing Dolls when it comes on this app. I'm hoping it ain't no more than $4 a month. At the most, $4.99 a month. Brandon, if it's more than $4.99 a month, you and Coach D gonna have to just chill because I ain't paying no more than that. But I will be watching this and I will be reviewing. I'm so excited for Dancing Dolls to come back on my television screen, and I'm going to be checking out this Abby Lee Miller. That's kind of a tongue twister. I'm going to be checking out Madhouse, which stars Abby Lee Miller as well. And mind you, a little backstory. Back in the day, my mother is one of those type of mothers that always felt like her kids should be doing something. Like we were always in it. We had to be in something extracurricular. We could not just be sitting in the house watching television. So when I was young, like probably 3 or 4 or 5, my mom had me in dance classes, and I danced for probably up into 5th grade. I was in ballet tap and jazz. I had a really good time. I am not a dancer, y'all. I don't have no rhythm. I could 2-step on the beat real good and do a 25% twerk, but I have a good time. That's all dancing really is expressing yourself and having a good time. But because I have that history of growing up in a dance studio, like being in the studio, we didn't do competitions, but we did like performance shows and things like that. Because I grew up in that, I enjoy these type of shows with the kids. So it wasn't about Chili. I thought it was about Chili. What was he confessing about? I don't know, Dabu. But anyway, up next, before I get into the real trifling of the hot topics. Oh, I ain't got but 10 minutes left. Netflix is in the works, rumored to be in the works to do some kind of traders type of show. Now, Netflix, let me tell you this. Don't get over there messing around with what Peacock got going on with traders. Traders right now is the number one competition reality show, if not the number one reality show out right now, period. It is gold. It is fireworks. It is explosive. It is everything that you would want in any kind of competition reality based show. Netflix, I give you props because I think you have cute ideas, but a trader spinoff, I just feel like let Peacock keep traders. Quit trying to bite off of what's going on because I feel like you just gonna take your Netflix reality stars and put them in a castle and do a traders type of thing. And don't nobody want to see them Love is Blind circle people playing traders. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. But anyway, good luck with it. I'm gonna watch it, but I just don't. I have a feeling it's not gonna be as good. But anyway, let's see what's next. Okay. I think I'm gonna table this because I want to do a separate video on Ozempic. I'm going to table this for tomorrow because I want to do a special video on Ozempic. I do want to drag the Osbournes a little bit, but I do want to tie a little bit of a personal message in with this. And I only have 10 minutes left to prepare for this. I got to go to a meeting and then jump back at 6:30 for the traders update. So I'm going to table the Ozempic conversation for tomorrow because I feel like I have more than 10 minutes worth of things to say. Don't worry, Kelly, you getting dragged tomorrow, but we're going to table that. Up next, let's just drag this lady because this hit in my city of Memphis. The level of trifling that this is really upset my spirit, and I need charges to go out to more people than just this mother. If you have not seen this story, there's a Memphis woman, this woman right there was charged with child neglect and abuse after posting photos of her daughter performing Brazilian wax services on grown ass people. If you look at this little girl right here, her face is not in the picture. She can't be no more than 5 or 6 years old, at the most 7, at the most. But I'm giving her 5 or 6 years old. The mom's name is Jasmine. She owns some kind of esthetician shop where she specializes in waxing. Waxing is a really big deal. I'm not mad at people who get waxes. But what I don't understand is if you are spreading eagle, your legs are wide to the sky, and a 5-year-old walks up with some waxing strips, what in your mind says, go ahead, little girl, pull and tug, whatever you. The mother, of course, needs to be arrested. Her excuse is, I'm going to give this business to my daughter one day, so I'm training her. If the girl was 15, I wouldn't be as upset. Because, I mean, do what you want with your 15-year-old, but, around that time, puberty has happened, and they may want to do a little wax themselves. I don't know. I don't have a daughter that I make decisions for. Now, I do have a stepdaughter, but I don't get to make all the decisions. But I can understand training your 15-year-old, but this is a 5-year-old. And I feel like the mother needs to be in jail. They said that little girl did 20 Brazilian waxes. I feel like every woman that sat there, they grown asses and spread their legs in front of this child also needs to be down to the jailhouse, because what kind of shit is that? Ooh, I'm cursing. But that kind of made me upset. Like, this is neglect. You're introducing this little girl to something that she has no business being introduced yet. She doesn't even understand that hair is supposed to be growing down there because she ain't even hit puberty yet. Now I can understand, baby, I want you to take over mama's business, but you couldn't start her out with waxing a couple of lips. And I'm telling you right now, if I sit in your chair to get a lip wax, I don't want your 5-year-old doing it. Like, I don't understand. Some of these people down here in Memphis are really touched in the brain. I don't understand why you would want your daughter in that region of other women. But I don't understand the women, especially this woman right here with her legs just up, just wide as all outside. And it's a 5-year-old down there playing around in your stuff. You don't know what that 5-year-old is down there doing. And y'all better not sue this woman. Because it ain't no telling what she down there pulling, yanking, skin, hair, whatever. This is disgusting. It is very trifling. And I want to see more charges coming out, not just the mother. Right. I'm judging everyone that has spread their legs in front of a 5-year-old. I'm judging everybody. Don't blur out their pictures. I want to see their faces. Angie, move on, Angie, because this story right here really pissed me off. Up next, this is more funny trifling. If you want all the text messages and receipts, go over, I believe it's on the Shade Room, an Airbnb host. I guess I want to know, how do they know the guest wife? Like, have they rented from you before? Do you know this person? in general in life, but someone who has an Airbnb rented the Airbnb to said male. The man used the Airbnb for his little jump off, his little side piece. He took side piece over to the Airbnb, did what they had to do, and they left. After they left, he left a bad review on the host account. And that means a lot because whenever I look at Airbnbs, the first thing I go to are the pictures and the reviews. I want to know, was the house nasty? Was the person hosting the home someone hard to work with? Were the pictures not real? Like, because people post the house is smaller than what's pictured, or it's bigger than what's pictured, or whatever's in the pictures is not what's real. Like, I go to the reviews. So I understand someone leaving a bad review is a huge thing on the Airbnb platform. But this host said, you want to leave me a bad review? Well, let me send your wife a screenshot of what you had going on. And when I tell you, going over there to the shade room, he sent the screenshots from outside the house, inside the house, text messages with the man's name so he could prove that, yeah, that was really your husband. He was the one who wanted the Airbnb. Like, he really put all this man business in the street. And all I'm going to say is, people, when you doing dirt, I'm not saying you have to leave this person a 10-star review, but sometimes it's best not to say nothing at all. Sometimes it would have been best for you not to leave no review, just pay your money, check out, and keep it moving, because you was already doing dirt on your own. I found it hilarious, still trifling, but funny. What's next on the list? How many minutes you got left, Angie? I got 4. Up next, I've listened to this. Everybody has sent me this today. Like, 2 people sent me this. And I think I was listening to T.S. Madison. She had it on her Maddie in the Morning today. So it's this man. I'm not going to play the clip. I ain't got time. I'm sure you've heard it. Like, if everybody been sending it to me, I'm sure people been sending it to you. This man is on somebody podcast talking about his marriage and how some things he's overcome in his marriage. He said the hardest thing he overcome, and that he said this really made him feel like he was putting in the work. The man asked him, how many children do you have? He said, I got 2 children by my wife. Anybody be like, okay, but I ain't asked you how many you have by your wife. How many do you have? He said, I had a baby on my wife. Long story short, it was 2 years ago. The baby is now 2. He says what he does to his wife to show his wife that he's sorry and that he loves her is that every day he would send her a heart in a text message. And he noticed that his wife liked it. So he said every day he would add a heart to it. So he said by one day, he said every day he sent the heart and the wife liked it. They wouldn't argue, fuss, or fight, whatever. He said he made it to day 21. 21. And then he stopped doing the heart thing and it kind of fell by the wayside. But he felt like he really overcame having a baby on his wife by sending her a heart a day. Ma'am, forget him. He's trifling. He ain't ish. Forget him. Because people who ain't shit gonna be ain't shit. It's up to you, ma'am. Why are you still sitting there? I understand you have 2 children. Maybe you don't have a career. Maybe you feel like you can't do it on your own. Maybe you don't want to be one of them people that be like, I don't want to be a baby mama. Ma'am, I would rather do it all on my own. All on my own, struggle a little bit till I get there. Maybe you got to go back to school for a little bit. Maybe you got to move back in with your mama for a little bit. But I'd be damned if I have a man have a baby on me and he feel like he's doing the right thing by sending me a heart emoji every day. I would be cussing his ass. I wouldn't even be cussing his ass out. I would be gone. But that's just Angie's line. Me and my husband have been said cheating is the line. So if cheating is a line, baby is damn sure way across on the other side. Ma'am, get some esteem about yourself. Sir, I feel like you can't do shit with him. You can't do nothing with him. Ma'am, I don't know who you are, but go ahead and pack your bag and find you somebody else. Go and let the side piece have him. Because The stuff people say. Up next, I think this is my last one, and I just want to put a shout out to the Girl Scouts. Them cookies be good as hell. I'm mad at people. It's like nowhere is safe. Nowhere is safe anymore. Like people are up here robbing the Girl Scouts for their cash because they're usually in front of Walmart, in front of Kroger's, maybe in front of a shopping center. All these little girls are selling their cookies. This is their extracurricular activity. They're trying to build some character. They're trying, these are young girls. Why are you stealing a Girl Scout cookie money? Nowhere is safe. People are trifling. Nowhere is safe. You have to constantly be aware of your surroundings. Don't have a cash box. Put that cash down your bra, moms. Put the money down your bras because people out here are trifling. So with that, it is 6 o'clock on the dot. I do have a meeting, y'all. Thank you so much for listening to my 2 cents on the trifling people of the day. I will be lurking around social media to see who I'm going to put on Kitchen Table Talk Daily next. Until next time, please like the video, share the content, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate all your love and support of Kiss My Cheeks TV. I will be back at 6:30 to talk about traders. Until then, see you later. Bye.